give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Righto, on to our mid-price countdown. Now, a lot of people probably think, why are you doing mid-price players? Well, look, the premiums speak for themselves. Everyone knows your superstar players.
Yep.
We don't need to tell you about that. But your mid-price players can form the backbone of your side. And also, there's a lot of players coming back from injury.
That's right.
That are cheaper as well.
Yeah.
And also your breakout players who could
I
take
think
that next step.
There'll be some people out there looking at finalising their teams, and you think, geez, do I get Ablett, Pendlebury, Swan, Murphy, and these guys, or do I play around with a few guys in the midfield maybe that, for example, are in the 400s? So we're going to look at players from, 250 to 450 grand, or roughly
about 200
around?
to 450.
Yeah, 200 to 450.
And it's really good for people who are new to Supercoach as well. As we've said with the Guns and Rookie strategy we talked about earlier in the year, it's a risky strategy.
Yeah.
And if you're new to Supercoach, it's a good idea to put a lot of these mid-price players in because you know they're going to play.
That's right.
So you can, they're not going to get dropped.
They've got low break-even points, which means they won't drop too much more in dollars. You wouldn't think.
Exactly.
Anyway.
They're going to be good value players for you all year.
That's
and they're not going to cost you a heap of money.
That's right. You can always trade them out and trade them down or up, or leave them in your team if they have a good year. Some of these players will. So, all right, let's get into it. So, we've been dying to hear for your top five.
All right, now, starting at number 5 from the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Brian Lake. Number 5.
286 grand.
286k, exactly. Look, I've been saying wait to watch his pre-season form. I've watched him over the last 2 weeks, and he's looking all right. And I think give him another, couple of runs.
So he's moving well.
Yeah, he's moving well, and I think he's got his fitness back. And at 286, absolute bargain.
Good call.
Number 4. Now, this guy wasn't really on my radar till the weekend when I watched him play. Big Ivan Marrick.
Ivan Marrick.
Big mullet.
Yeah. You saw him in the Geelong game, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
and he's a big unit. And he played really well, but he's only going to cost you 338 grand, and he's going to ruck a lot for Richmond. He's their number 1 ruckman, and he's very good around the ground. Shane Mumford-ish.
Oh, there you go. That's a big call.
Shane Mumford-ish he was in the way he played.
Yeah.
So at 338, he could be a real bargain for your ruck.
Good call.
Number 3, Lenny Hayes from St Kilda.
You can't go past him, Ken.
422 grand.
422.
Now, there's another one we've been waiting to see how he goes
Yeah.
in the practice matches. Has not missed a beat. He's going to just roll straight back into the action.
No sign of the previous injury.
He'll be
going all right?
No, he'll be a 90-plus player easily. He'll tip the 100 possibly. At 422, an absolute bargain.
Yep.
Number 2.
Number 2.
From Carlton. Kane Lucas.
Kane Lucas.
282 grand. He has been playing in the midfield and he's absolutely dominated. He was Carlton's best player on the weekend and he's been their best in the other games.
Is he 282 or a bit cheaper?
282.
I thought he might have been 220s or something like that. Could
Don't
be mixed
say
up
that.
with someone else. That's all right.
I'm pretty sure he's
in the 200s.
But he's cheap as, and I think he's really going to step up. Carlton need some extra midfielders, and he's a top 10 draft pick, I think. I think he's ready to go.
He's been down at Carlton for 2 or 3 years now.
I think it's his third
year.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's had a good pre-season. Yeah,
Ready
good
to
call.
go.
Good call.
Number 1 from Adelaide, Patrick Dangerfield. 435k. Look, he's no stranger to Supercoach. I think he's a 4th-year player, but he's been a tease. He's been a tease. A lot of people, including you, have had him in their team.
He's been in and out of my team the
And
last
he's been
couple of
very
years.
inconsistent. Everyone has been thinking and waiting, when is he going to explode? This is the year.
And a lot of talk at the moment, do you get Sidebottom, Dangerfield, Robbie Gray? They're all in that same sort of mix, and he's a dual position player.
I was just going to say that.
Very
dual
good call.
position.
Sorry, I've stolen your thunder a bit there.
That's
Very
okay.
good call.
And he's the man.
New
Jump
coach,
aboard.
and could be right.
I've watched him the last 2. Actually, I didn't watch him. I watched him on Friday night, and he absolutely killed it.
Fantastic.
He is Adelaide's best player. Oh, very close to
Very close to it.
He will be by the end
Him
of
and
the year.
Thompson, yeah, good
I
stuff.
forgot about Thompson, he's pretty good.
Well, he might be the new best player.
So by the end of the year.
Well
he
done.
will be.
Great top 5. Now, do you want to hear mine?
I would love to hear
There we go. I'll just get the iPhone out again. All right, top 5 mid-priced players. Number 5. Is that what we're starting from? Number 5.
Yeah, number 5's countdown.
Ryan Harwood from the Brisbane Lions. This guy can get a fair bit of the ball. He's been kicking around for a while. Left field.
I like it.
Midfielder, 295 grand. So if you've got that money left and you've done all your team and you think, I've got a bit of money left over and you got someone in there who's about at 150, and you're thinking, wouldn't mind spending a bit of extra cash. Have a look at this guy. If you don't get him in your team, just watch him through the first few games, and he might be someone to upgrade or downgrade to or whatever. So he gets a fair bit of the ball, strong guy, and good player for the Lions. Lenny Hayes, we've just spoken about him. He was my number 4, so midfielder, 422 grand. And then I had Sam Reid from the Swans, 339. There's a few Sam Reids playing this year, I think. So the one from the Swans, forward line player, can also play back, but for Supercoach purposes, is in your forward line.
Good hands.
339 grand. He has got good hands and good contested marks, and can kick a few goals. I think he kicked 3 or 4 goals in one of the NAB Cup games just recently. So definitely have a look at him. I've got Ryan Bastanak at number 2. This guy's due for a breakout season. We don't know whether it's going to be this year or the 2013 season, but he's
when he plays for GWS.
He's due for one. And he's a midfielder. I know you can do better in the midfield, but for 377k, he's just he could have an absolute cracking year. That they'll get their ruckman right with McIntosh back, and I think they've had a good pre-season North. And I think he'll rack up some good numbers for you at that price. Number 1. Here we go. Drum roll is Shane Savage from Hawthorn. This guy's a midfielder for 412 grand, and boy oh boy, you'd probably be tossing up between him and Hayes for that price. You'd probably lean towards Hayes with his background, but Shane Savage is going to have a great year. This could be the breakout year. He had a good year last year, and that was it. Special mentions. You want to do a few of those? So we've listed our top 5, so that'll give you something to think about with those players.
There was a long list of the players. It was hard to pick a top 5, but a few rookies or cheapies that sort of missed the cut. Billy Smets from Geelong. He's going to be a beauty. Clay Smith from the Bulldogs. I really wanted to get him in. He's going to be an absolute beauty. Cameron Guthrie from Geelong. He's another good one. Tom Ledger from St Kilda. Sam Kerridge from Adelaide. Want to have a look at him. Kobe Stevens from West Coast, if he gets a game. We've spoken about these. Jonathan Giles, the big Oren Stevenson. Another one, Jared Redden from Port Adelaide, who's come into reckoning in the last couple of weeks. Josh Mellington from Fremantle.
From Freos, he's racked up a lot of positions.
Ahmed Saad from St Kilda. There are a couple of other ones I was tossing up with.
Good call.
There's some cheapies you might want to look at. Also, a few more mid-prices that you might want to have a bit of a look at. Sean Burgoyne. Pretty cheap. Could have spent a bit of time.
Defender midfielder.
Correct. Reece Shaw from Sydney.
Nice left field.
Luke Parker. He was probably almost my number 6. He's an absolute beauty. Get on him. He's a star. Kane Corns. He's been
going left field.
He's been 100 plus player. Jack Zeeble, David Swallow. Could not go wrong with those guys.
Zeeble's a good one.
Matthew Cruiser coming back from his knee. He's really cheap.
Have a look at him.
Oh, this guy, how could I not? I really want to get him in. Jason Portlesia absolutely killed it on Friday night. 229 grand, bargain.
That's cheap.
David Hale goes to the ruck as well. The ruckman, ruckman forward. So he's one to look at. Luke Dalhouse from the Bulldogs. He's having a super pre-season.
Contested possession king.
That was about it.
Well, you've listed all the rookies there, so no dramas. I've got one or two for the mid-prices to have a look at. This guy's flown under the radar all pre-season. I know he's had a bit of an injury. Cooney, the Coons. Brownlow medalist, 439 grand for a midfielder. So I don't know if you should chuck him in your team straight away, but definitely monitor to see how he's going along at the start, because you need that other list for as you go along during the year, you make some trades. So, he's flown on the radar. They've kept him quiet. The other ones I was going to mention is the guys last year who started cheap that were really good cash cows. They're still very, very good players. Mzungu, you got Isaac Smith, Savage I already mentioned, and there's another one whose name escapes me, Dyson Heppel. So these guys, obviously, last year was the go for them, and everyone sort of jumped off them and gone on to someone else cheaper.
Still be of use.
They're still bloody good players, and they could be scoring 80s, 90s, 100s, and
I like Heppel.
And getting good game time without wearing sub-vests and that sort of stuff. So, definitely have a look at them. They're all up around 400 grand, but they're prolific ball winners. So, I
hope that helps you out, because these are the players that people have been asking us about on Facebook. They've been asking the questions. There's a list for you. Make of it what you will. Alright, so that's it for episode 6. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you got a bit out of that. We mentioned a lot of players tonight, but they're all good to have in your team or keep an eye on during the season, either one of the two. So hope that helps, particularly if you're playing your first year of Supercoach. And
good luck because the lockout's happening in about 11 days, 10 or 11 days time. Now don't forget, between episode 5 and 6 we had that podcast where we went into a bit more detail for about 25 minutes or so of just rambling on about various different players, so don't forget about that. Don't forget about the Facebook page. You can like the Facebook page, and it's mentioned on the screen here. And we've got a little bit of time left, and we'll go to our Supercoach Super Tip.
Ooh, I think this is what people have been waiting for, the Supercoach Super Tip. And it's actually a serious one.
Serious?
Very serious.
Okay.
I've even written it down. Now, this year with your Supercoach side, when you are selecting your premium players, your superstars, the vast majority of your superstar premium players need to come from the top teams. Generally the top 4. Geelong, Hawthorn, Collingwood, West Coast, possibly even Sydney, Essendon, St Kilda. Because they're the teams that win the most. Teams that win the most get the most points. So if you want to select your premium player, make sure the vast majority of them come from the top teams. You won't regret it.
Good tip.
That's it.
That's
now
very helpful.
Sure, jump on Facebook, because people are getting on there, they're asking us questions and we're answering them. So you can chuck a question on and get an answer almost straight away. And people have been doing that. They're getting involved.
Throw your team on there and we'll have a look at it.
Yep, no worries. We'll see you next time.
See ya.